Hey guys, welcome to episode 1 of the donation code tutorial videos. This episode is creating your first Windows Format application in Microsoft Visual C# 2010 Express Edition. This is available for free from the Microsoft website. I will put the download link in the comments on this video. Or if you're watching this on the donation code forum, then you can also see the any links and any information you need on the forum post. Now, as you can see, we've got the start page open here. This toolbox won't be visible to you at the moment. Basically, all we need to do for the moment is click New Project, which is there, top left. Click Windows Form Application, and then here in the name bar, down at the bottom, we're just going to type in My Application. Obviously, the name can be literally anything for this. I'm just typing that in for ease. Once you click OK, then you should see exactly what I see here, which is your forum window and all your coding screen. Now what you want to be doing now is on the left hand side of the screen you shall see Toolbox and Database Explorer. Now we're going to ignore the Database Explorer for now, we'll just click the Toolbox, and then Toolbox has just opened up, so we now click the pin, which when you highlight over it says Auto Hide. We're going to snap that to the left hand side of the screen. Obviously depending on the size of your screen depends on how big you can have this and etc, because obviously you can scale this. I like to have it nice and small in the corner so it doesn't affect my actual coding screen. As you can see, we've got the Form 1 without clicking anything. You didn't even have to click the toolbox. If we click the play bar at the top, you will see a Windows form will actually have already been created. So literally you've created your first window form without ever having to type or click anything. Now we'll just close that because obviously that form can't do anything whatsoever at the moment. For this, all we're going to do is just create a basic Hello World application. For this you just want to click on the icon that says button. That should be in your common controls in your toolbox. Now just literally click the button, drag it into your coding window, and you will see it will come up just like it has there. You can drag this around, you can use your keyboard to move it pixel by pixel. This obviously works a bit like Photoshop, where if it's not playing well, it's not gone exactly where you want it to, then you can move it literally pixel by pixel to get it to fit. Now I'm going to drag this so it fits the entire screen. You can literally just drag this into whatever size or that you want. It works the exact same with the actual form window as well. You can change the size of that, but obviously we don't really need to at this point. So anyway, yes, we've got the button in the middle of the window. Now you can see it has the text on it that says button 1. Now obviously you don't want all your buttons to say button 1, button 2, button 3, because yeah, they're just not very helpful captions. So what we have to do now is right click it, click properties. Mine are already open, but that's because I've default set mine to open. And if you click on the properties, it will take you down. It should bring up this window here, which you've got quite a lot of options to. What you want to do is scroll all the way down into the box that says text, and you'll see it says button 1. Don't mistake this for the name one at the top. We'll get to that later. Now you can see it says button 1. All we need to do now is type into that Hello World. Now that can be, you can have that say whatever you want, it really makes no difference. And you can see the text is changed on the actual button. Now if we click the play button, it will open it for you. Now you can see you can click, once you've clicked it you can use your space bar, your enter bar, it really doesn't make any difference, but that button does nothing still. All it does is click. Now obviously, again, not very useful. What we need to do now is double click anywhere on that button. That will load up this screen here. Obviously in your toolbox it will say there's no usable controls. That's just literally because there's no controls that you can put in the code window. Your cursor will automatically go into the private void, which has just been created because you've double clicked on the button. This is for button 1, as you can see there. And this is for the click function. Now in this button we're going to have that button create a message box. Now this is pretty much as simple as you can get. It's just plain English with this. You just type in message box, which it is actually case sensitive, so please be careful with your cases. It's capital M and capital B. Then we type in message box dot show, and then we open a bracket, we open a quotation mark. Helps if I can type in English. Hello world. And then we close the quotation marks, we close the bracket, and then we add a semicolon, because without the semicolon, this is what happens. You see a little squiggly red line in it, will say down in the error list, semicolon expected. So now we add the semicolon. You'll notice no errors, no warnings, no messages. Ignore everything up here for now, we'll get to that a little later. The namespace itself is just what you typed in as the name, so that would be whatever you typed in. Obviously for this I typed in my application, so if you've typed in hello world or literally whatever you typed into when we started this project, that's what that will say. If you typed in with spaces, it will come up something along these lines. It will replace the space with an underscore. Ignore the error down here, that's just because obviously that namespace doesn't exist in my phone. So don't worry if you've typed in a space, it will just replace that with an underscore. Now you can see we've got the message box.show, open bracket, open quotation mark, hello world exclamation mark, close quotation, close brackets, and then the much required semicolon. Now you can see this hasn't actually changed anything in your design window along the tabs at the top. The little asterisk there, that just signifies that you haven't saved it. Obviously, if we click the save all button, it says save project, my application. We'll create a directory for the solution so you can come back to it easily. If we save the project now, we just click save. It will tell you down at the bottom left what it's exactly what it's doing. It will now say item saved, and it's now ready. So what you want to do now is click the start debugging button, which is the play button at the top. You can also press F5 for this. If you press this button now, it will open up your Windows form, which you can drag around the screen. You can maximise, but obviously the button stays the exact same size. You can do whatever you want with it. Now your button, if you click it, you've now got another message box that opens. Hello world. This is created by the message box that we've just done. You can now press OK on your hello world message box. Press the little close icon, not the one at the top of the Visual Studio the one in your form that you've just created. It will take you back to there. Now just to show you that the text in the message box is actually what's controlling that, we'll change this hello world to oops a daisy. Yep, don't do what I just did. So where it said hello world, we've now got it to say that. Click the play button again. If my computer will ever wake up, we now click the button and it says exactly what it says there. You can see it says it there and it says it there. There we go. You've just created your very first Windows Forms application. Now obviously in a later episode of this we'll get into do a lot more interesting things, and we'll start playing a lot more with these properties and also your fonts. You can also change the flat style appearance, but like I said, this is the end of episode 1, season 1 of the Donation Gotta Help tutorial videos. I hope you enjoyed watching, and I hope to see you back on episode 2.